Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Hey guys, well, I'm on a Monday ride, and this is going to be the very first ride with that wheel, the Sherman L, which I just received yesterday, and I was on a ride with that guy over there, Duff. So I was gone all day, but my wife happened to be there when FedEx came to deliver it. That was a Sunday, and so I got back. I had to spend last night. I did my unboxing video, which you've seen by now, and had to set it up. This is what I ultimately went with. Of course, I had to put the Velcro on the sides, and then I had to find some pads. I have 18 wheels right now. I don't have many extra pads, but I have this set of generic pads that Melody had printed for me. So I have these kicking around. And they're working. Okay. Of course, I'll be setting this up a bit more once I have time. But today we are going to be going on a 90-mile ride up in the mountains, and I'm letting Duff ride that. So I've ridden it for about 2 to 3 miles last night in the dark just to get a feel for it, and I really loved how it felt. That tire is really nice. This wheel reminds me more of a Lynx than it does like an EX30, and I would have naturally wanted to compare it to an EX30 because it's it's got a huge battery. But it weighs about 12 pounds. I weighed this and the Lynx last night, and it weighs about 12 pounds more than the Lynx, which I don't think is too bad, really. So here with various riders, I want to get some first impressions. Hey Duff, can I get your undivided attention here?
My attention is normally very divided.
Yeah.
Oh, that Master Pro is amazing.
Yeah. So there it is.
Yes.
And Duff has been riding. You've been riding.
Sherman S for a long time.
Well, yeah, but you've been riding the Lynx for the last few days, which is kind of cool. So you'll get you'll be able to compare it to the S and the Lynx, which the Lynx is really fresh in your mind right now.
And the patent, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks similar. Looks very similar. I see that they improved the trolley handle. My Sherman S doesn't have the toe holds, so it's kind of cool that now I can utilize that as well.
And those toe holds, by the way, are identical to the Lynx.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
But check out the trolley handle.
I mean, is it stiffer? Is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean.
But it doesn't lock.
Yeah, it's true. There's a Daytona at the top. That is.
Why don't they want to? It's like.
That is weird.
It's like this is the new style, the new in thing, right?
Yeah.
Yet, and then none of them lock.
Because the Sherman S locks. The trolley locks on the Sherman S. That's
it does.
It does. Yeah, it has a definitive lock position on top. I don't know why. Yeah, that's weird.
Okay.
I mean, but because the big complaint with the Sherman S was the handle was too flexible. This is nice and strong and solid, but it doesn't lock.
Yeah.
That is weird. I forget, from the top it looks a little bit different. It looks like a Lynx from the top, but the body looks like a Sherman S. It's an interesting tire too. Oh, so these are the pads you printed.
So Melody printed these for me like a year or two ago. I don't know. So they're in my stash of pad. I don't have a lot of extra pads right now, but I put them on. They seem to work because.
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Bad timing with the lawnmower, but anyway, since you got these things, there's no room for faux pads really. So,
right.
And these are small pads, so I don't know. They worked for me last night. We'll see.
I mean, did they do the magnesium It feels
yes.
like it feels like the same material
Yes.
as the Lynx. Okay, yeah.
This is magnesium.
Did you weigh it?
I did. It's 12. I can't remember the exact. It's 12 pounds heavier than the Lynx.
So it's about 100 pounds. So that's about
104 or something like that. I think.
The Sherman S is right around 100 pounds. So okay, so it's similar in weight, but you got a lot more battery than the Lynx. 1,300 watt hours more. So no, looks good, dude.
Give it a shot. I turned on the low voltage mode and the high speed mode because I know you're going to be going high speed today.
I don't know if I'm riding with you. Probably not. I am a speed demon. Tire feels good.
Yeah, I like the tire.
Yeah, it's a nice tire. Never seen that this style tire. Feels heavier than a Lynx.
So actually, I haven't ridden my Lynx in a bit, but you are riding the Lynx, so your initial impressions are definitely feels heavier than the Lynx.
Yeah, because I rode it. I've rode it the last 2 days. I definitely feel that it's heavier than the Lynx, but it feels, weight-wise, it feels like my Sherman. My Sherman S. That feels good.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get
Tilting back. No, I guess not.
we're gonna get plenty of impressions from Duff. I'll be stopping periodically during the ride, and also today I'm riding my Master Pro, and everyone else I believe is riding EX30s.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's going to be we'll be able to compare battery levels through the ride as we're going to be climbing up about 8,000 feet, 45 miles. So we'll get a sense of how all the wheels compare.
There's the charge port's in the back, like on the Lynx as well. So the Sherman S is in the front.
Yeah, and it's the same awkward kind of not fully easy to get to, which is oh well. Yeah. And the same. Now this is different from your S, of course.
Yes. Yeah. That's the same thing that the Lynx has. Yep.
Yeah. Though the Lynx is more of a rubbery.
Oh, and this is 70 pounds.
And it came with 70 pounds. Yeah,
okay.
Which really surprised me. They finally sent a demo wheel to the Westerners with a Western spring, right? All right, Jeremy.
Hello.
So he's been playing with. Give me your impressions. So Jeremy's. Here, you can stop whenever you want. I got to get him to stop and talk. So Jeremy's main wheel now has been the EX30. That's your only wheel, actually.
Well, technically I got my family M104 now.
I know, but you're EX30. So
EX30.
Anyway, you've been very interested in this wheel. What are your initial thoughts? I don't know.
The way it tilts is very good. I feel like all the companies have improved. Even though it's pretty heavy, it doesn't feel very topsy-turvy. It feels very linear. So compared to the Lynx, it feels like there's like a steering damper put on it. It's very smooth. It's not jagged. It's not very abrupt. It's very controllable and easy to control, unlike the V13.
And you were saying something about clouds?
Yeah, it was like riding on clouds. I feel like there's a big progression. Sherman S, I don't like the way it tilts. The pan doesn't have enough travel, and it's run really lightly. Lynx is probably the closest to it, but I feel like now with the extra added weight, it really feels like you're on a cloud, because it's not very light, it's very settled in.
Mm-hmm.
And it carries a decent amount of momentum, not in a bad way, but in a good way where it's stable. Seating feels great, even without the seat, it just comes naturally.
Well, cool. That's favorable first impression.
Yeah.
And you did a few little curb drops.
Yeah.
Suspension feels
Fantastic.
nice. Yeah. It's a 70-pound spring, by the way. Usually they've been shipping these with like the 62-pound and.
Yeah, I always like heavier front wheels. My EX30, I run a 1,000-pound spring with a linkage, so it's like 1,300, 1,500 equivalent on a stock linkage.
Okay.
This would probably not be a great skate park wheel, but I think with the spring rate, it's doable.
And it's the progressive spring too.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks. Okay, so Jeremy just got in his EX30. You wanted to do a quick comparison again, and what were your initial thoughts?
Yeah, that made this feel like a fat pig.
Fat pig.
Yeah, let me.
That's how you really feel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell that to your woman.
Like there's so much mass moving around on my EX30 versus the. It's gonna fall over, but whatever. Okay. Versus the Sherman L. It feels so light. I tilt it over just like that. Not a lot of mass. I don't know how they do it.
Well,
I don't know how they do it. It's
lots
light.
of magnesium make it a lighter wheel.
I think it's something else. Like the weight is slightly less, but
more battery, but it's got more battery, and it's I don't know.
I don't know. It feels lighter. It feels a lot lighter. It feels almost like you said, Lynx.
That's how I feel about Lynx too.
Yeah, that's almost Lynx. And actually, I've never put this on a scale. For all I know, it could be like 115, but this is way lighter.
Give it to Justin. He's very interested, and Justin is an EX30 rider also.
Let's see.
And he secretly wants one.
I think this is the wheel I would like to.
It feels good right now. Like it.
Yeah.
Those are just like pads that 3D printed generic ones.
They're much better than that thing.
So, so what do you think of my seat?
It's nice. I could ride this seated.
Right?
Yeah.
Because with the legs, not much pressure on the knees,
No, not at all.
and you get used to it.
This
once
feels
you-
very fat next to my V13. It
Yeah,
feels
I
fat.
can imagine. Yeah, it does. All right. So what do you think?
Suspension definitely feels a lot better than EX.
Now it hasn't been adjusted for rebound or anything right now,
Just
so
fine, yeah.
it's probably a little bouncy.
Yeah, but my EX30 suspension sucked, so that's probably not a very good comparison.
But anyway,
I could definitely feel it being heavier than Lynx. I feel that. I don't feel as light as you say it is. I don't know why. But it's certainly not like it's more or less what I expected for the weight. I think it was like 100 as 2 or
I
something.
can't remember. I'll put the numbers up here, but it's something like 104.
Something like just a little bit over
It's
100,
12 pounds
right?
heavier than the Lynx.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be 88 pounds.
It's in that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels nice, solid. The drop's good.
Actually, I wanna.
It feels tall.
Anyway.
I don't know why every wheel when I first hop on it always feel tall to me.
Well, Jeremy, I hate to tell you this, but
Jeremy, yes.
oh, not Jeremy, Justin. I hate to tell you this, Justin, but you're not. you're not.
I know. I asked for that.
Yeah.
I just asked for that one. So no, no, but like, I think the wheels I ride, EX30. I mean, S22 is short in comparison, but EX30 is not that short. but everywhere I hop, I always
Okay.
feels tall.
Well, here's
Very close to it.
right.
Well, if you want to turn it around, so it's,
Even the
yeah.
pedal high is not that different.
Turn it around. Yeah.
so it's head to head. It's tilted backwards a little bit, but it's
Well, at least with the kit on the EX30, the EX30
Oh.
looks bigger.
You know what? Let me correct that. It's not like it feels tall. I think it's the center of where the wing is taller, which I
Oh.
think it is the case. Right?
just
Between the two.
just so you know why mine probably feels heavier, because I have all the aftermarket solid stuff, and I jacked the ride height up because I maxed out the preload as much as I can. So it probably rides taller than most EX30s.
And I had to say the suspension doesn't feel as good as Link's.
Really?
It doesn't?
It's not for me. Like
Interesting.
Link's suspension feels really nice.
Because this
I
is probably
love
sprung
it.
too high for it.
But like you say, you didn't adjust anything yet.
And I bet the Lynx one you had or rode had a 62 pound.
Or 66.
60.
It's owned by a big guy.
This
so
has a 70 pound.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one I rode. The Lynx I rode was owned by guys over 200 pounds. So I imagine he went for a higher.
Sergeant.
speed.
Okay. All right.
I
Well, good.
I feel like it rides better, but that's just because I'm biased. I'm biased towards the big wheels that can go far distance.
Have you ridden Lynx?
Yes.
Like a lot for
It's just a little. I feel it's really good on slow stuff, but the really fast stuff, like if you're hitting all the whoops at like 30 or whatever I was going, I feel like this was the extra mass. Well, it's better for my kind of ride.
But I'm usually the one that takes longer to get acclimated to a wheel.
Yeah.
Everybody else just seems to hop on and kind of get a good feel. right
And you
away.
rode it for like 2 minutes. So
And you're probably
For me, I always take longer.
yeah. No, of course. These are just kind of raw impressions.
Yeah.
Well, thanks guys for your impressions, and I'll be talking to this guy throughout the ride. Get his. He's gonna write a story for me today, a novel.
Good at writing novels.
We are well on our way now, heading up. Our destination is a place called Grassy Hollow. It's a visitor center, and recently reopened. In that you can go inside and buy some gifts, and they got soft drinks and ice cream bars and stuff like that. But we can charge outside. We're one of the very few places in the middle of nowhere, up in the mountains, at 8,000 feet, where you can charge an electric unicycle. So it's about 45 miles to get there from the cars. And again, we'll be passing right like 7,900 feet. That's our max elevation. I think the visitor center might be at 7,500 feet. And the base of the mountains where we started might be 600 feet above sea level. And I'll be stopping periodically. Up ahead is the entrance to Cogswell Dam. I think that'll be the first place stop. See how Duff is doing with the L. See if he needs to make any adjustments. He's not too picky though about pads and all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure he's comfortable though with it. Beautiful day to be riding. We have some kind of weather system definitely in this part of the region. There's probably a tropical storm down in Mexico, and it's funneling up a lot of moisture into California, Arizona. So the humidity levels have been on the higher side for sure. So Duff feels just right at home. Though certainly not nearly as humid as Florida, I'm sure.
It's the only time we're going to get to sit today.
First leg stretch.
Yeah. No sitting.
Or rest your feet if you want her. All right, well, we've been, everything goes so faster nowadays. So we're about 15 miles in the ride. And Duff's gonna tell us all about what he feels after 15 miles. Well, he's changing the pads. That's encouraging, I guess.
Well, I'm not even touching the braking pads, so we'll start there. No, it feels good. It feels very Lynx-like. I noticed the difference of the 70-pound spring compared to mine because my veteran wheels have a 58 and a 62-pound spring, so it feels a little stiffer than I'm used to, but it still feels good.
Okay. Oh, you had the 58. Which wheel is that?
The patent.
Okay.
Yeah, like everyone thought that would be way too low, and it actually feels good for me.
How about for the compared to the Sherman? Can you think about or the
62?
S? The S.
Well, again, the 62 feels
Well, not the spring, I guess. In terms of ride,
Oh, the ride?
you were comparing to Lynx, you said, but how about the S?
It feels more Lynx-like than S-like.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, the weight is definitely there, but it feels like I'm just riding a slightly chunkier Lynx. You know.
Which I think that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
It's it definitely has a Lynx vibe to it compared to the S.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that makes it look a lot like the S is how big the battery boxes are compared to the Lynx. But no, it's good.
So positive so far.
It's very positive. Yes.
We weren't riding very fat. Probably max was I don't think we
25
got
maybe.
30.
Yeah,
I got up to like 27, 28, something like that. But
you did. Wow.
at least, and you were following me, so you must have hit those speeds.
I did.
But so at speed anyway, it felt at that kind of speed it feels stable and everything.
Yeah, no. So far, I am pleased.
I noticed you haven't tried seated riding on it.
He
I
can't.
can't.
He can't. Just
I
like
might-
me.
Yeah, my knees
the
are
knee-
too bad. I
You need
can't.
the taller seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your legs are too long.
I can do it on the B13, and that's about it.
See, it's good to be short
Yes.
sometimes.
That is true.
You don't have to agree so quickly, by the way.
No, I totally agree with that. I totally agree.
Oh yeah.
I am envious of all you guys who can just sit on all these wheels.
I feel like a backhanded compliment.
Marty, would
Well-
would I potentially be the first person to ever do this without sitting down at all? Is everyone
To
else?
do this ride?
Yeah,
No, I've done it.
No,
without
no, I've
sitting
done
down.
it.
I have. Okay. You've done it standing the whole time?
I used to do the 100-mile rides before suspension wheels, before
that's
I had any seats.
Really? Because I thought you only started doing the 100-mile rides like on your Sherman.
No. Well, the original Sherman, right? Before I had a seat on it.
Oh, you didn't have a seat on it. Okay.
The first time I rode this was with the Wrong Lion. We did the 120,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how to.
Oh, yeah, you didn't.
So I was standing the whole time.
I definitely don't get me wrong. As you see, I prefer if I can sit, I'm going to sit.
Yeah.
Ron was back riding again.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
saw. So,
I
He had
so
stopped?
psyched for him.
Yeah.
Oh, because he was hurt?
He had his back surgery fusion.
Oh.
He had some, yeah.
I don't think it's a injury from a fall or crash or anything.
Lifting
Just-
some
he just had
equipment.
some issues.
Mm.
Yeah.
But specifically he injured lifting equipment in his workshop, from what he said.
Wow.
Well, the stuff that he does, he would have pretty heavy equipment. It was
So
like,
like
a
Roger.
brown sculpturing or something.
So it's the same thing that happened to Roger, pretty much, but worse.
Well, no, he had surgery. I mean,
Well, Ron is also probably what, 50% older.
yeah.
Still pretty heavy.
Okay, guys. So I want to compare. I guess throughout the ride, compare the L. God, all these names. I'm going to compare the L against EX30, and I think Tim is one of the heavier guys here riding the EX30.
What were you before?
No offense, Tim.
192, actually.
So your voltage is about
130.
130.
You look pretty good right now.
146.3.
Okay. And I'm going to have to later, I'll put the actual percentages up on the screen. And we'll do that through the day just to see how they're, I'm really kind of curious how they're going to compare when we get up to the
Yeah.
Grassy Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it's much more. I don't know.
Yeah, we're riding very economically right now.
Yeah, yeah. Back on the road. Next stop will be where this road closes and we enter the closed section. So we're on Highway 39 right now, and after having just stopped at the Cogswell Dam parking lot, traffic will be getting substantially less now, and it'll be getting cooler, which is nice because it's hot. 5,000 feet. Finally getting a little bit cooler, which is really nice. Feels great. When we get up to highway, well, the road's about to end right now, the open section, and once we get to highway 2, which is Angela's Crest, I think that's about 6,000 feet elevation, maybe a little higher. So we have another 1,000 feet to climb.
You speak Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have problem in China then, communication-wise. Can you read?
Yeah. I can't write Chinese though.
Yeah, I pretty much.
Actually, what's really funny is I can recognize more Chinese characters than I know how to say them.
This is where we usually come to stretch our legs. Up there is the closed section. And we came from down there, beyond all the mountains that you see down there.
But it's easy though. Easy. I mean, so have you tried to sit cruiser style? So like, have you tried sitting like this where you have your toes at the front tip of the...
It just, he just can't relate. You've got, if your knees hurt right now, that's the problem. It hurts physically. Hurts.
Yeah.
See, Jeremy is like, how old are you?
Problem.
Are you like 18 again?
21.
I'm joking, but 21.
Pretty much.
I can
He's
drink.
still in college.
You got
And,
a lot of good years to still.
He's doing
Duff is, you know, he's only got about 20 more years to live, so, his, you know, at that age, your knees
that
just.
many?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows?
Hey, how's the voltage, Duff? And
22.
you're 122?
Yeah.
Okay. You're over 50% for sure.
139.4.
139.4, and according to the bars, you're definitely well over 50%. Looking good. Any complaints, Duff? Another 12, 13 miles into the ride?
No. I mean, nothing new has popped up.
Okay.
Still comfortable.
Yeah, I'm
Duff,
121.
Brake's better than a Sherman S.
I want some drama today, okay? Drama.
You want me to make something up? This wheel sucks. No.
So,
great, man.
you feel it breaks a little better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because that's one of the knocks in the Sherman S, that it was kind of weak in braking. This is definitely better.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
Cool.
better.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a good replacement for the S then, for sure.
Yes, I see an upgrade in my future.
It's a Sherman S that actually goes as fast as contemporary wheels do.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm
sure.
curious if it'll be probably be a 60-mile-an-hour wheel, I would imagine.
I don't know. I
You're
haven't,
really pushing it.
I haven't done the lift speed on this actually, but
Roger's had his links up to 60, I believe.
But is it GPS speed or wheel speed?
Not sure.
That's where it
Well,
gets
it's a
you.
big difference, yeah.
we are in the closed section. This has been closed since 1975, thereabouts, when the last big landslides occurred. And I mean, the road is drivable actually, but they do have to come through here and plow periodically, clear out the landslides. You can see how close everything is to the road. All the winter storms always cause avalanches that really closes down. So basically only emergency vehicles, forest service, that kind of stuff, they get through here. But there were sections of the road which are really deteriorated. Very rugged terrain up here. Compared to something like the Appalachians, which are a very old mountain range, these are very new, so they're earthquake country, they're always growing. That's why they're always shedding rocks onto the road. And we are through the closed section for about a few blocks, and then we'll be in a closed section again.
I can hold it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Copyright infringement.
I know. I always try to remember to turn it down or off next year.
I'm gonna have to delete this section.
Sorry.
Google.
There was Chinese song earlier.
You-
Chinese song was okay, I think.
Oh, there was a Chinese one you were playing?
Yeah, the last one.
Marty, I just used the trolley handle.
And?
It needs to be locked out at the top. Yeah, because it just wants to shift around here.
Yeah. I mean, they work good, like if you're going through a store.
Yeah.
But if you're going through any kind of rocky
You
stuff.
need to control it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly. I mean, I thought they already have like a click medicine for clothes. Why not just
I know, yeah.
do the top too?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes you
Sherman
think,
S locks. Sherman S same
It does.
kind of mechanism. That locks.
sometimes you wonder if they use the wheels, if they really. But I don't know what it is.
It's not like the first wheel already.
I know.
I mean, like, you know, I mean, these.
Right. It's
This
like
is like same for every wheel.
it's like there's
Doesn't
so
take
much
a new model to reach.
so much community feedback that they gotta hear if they're listening, but maybe they're not listening. What's your voltage, Tim?
119.
And Tim, by the way, has a voltage display, right?
I do.
So that's cool. He can tell us.
Already, I'm at 136.8.
136.8. Okay. What's the bars? Still about 50% roughly, you think?
Yes. I've lost 2 bars.
I think
2
we're
out of 8.
2 out of 8. Okay.
15 miles out, I think, right?
15 more miles.
15,
Yeah.
So.
So, well, again, I'm always being a little conservative just in case the outlets are
Better safe than sorry.
turned off for some reason. You know, we'll be able to ride a lot faster coming back.
We've gotten scared by that before.
Yeah.
Goddamn, it's
Yeah.
like, shoot.
Okay, so I wonder what that guy's doing, right?
I guess this is our photo spot.
Is he
He's like,
No,
guard?
he doesn't want to
is he-
cross that while that guy's there, I think, right?
You have?
No, are you trying to
Yeah.
waiting for that guy to go away before we cross?
I'm wondering if he's guarding it from people.
Because we've been told you're not supposed to be here before when people
Yeah.
caught us in their way.
Oh, really?
Oh, going out the gate.
So that's not a good sign.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. We're gonna be here
Yeah,
after.
yeah. Okay, we've been waiting here 5 minutes. Guy came out of the truck. It's not looking good. So we're just gonna go up there and say, hey, we'll play it by, we'll wing it, but I have a feeling we're gonna have to take a different route today. No ice cream for Duff.
It's okay, I'm lactose intolerant.
Now you say that?
Kidding.
And who's this guy parked here, I wonder?
Oh, yeah, 3 bars.
There's no one in there.
How you doing, sir?
Hey,
Yes, sir. This looks like a lot of fun, though.
it is, or blast.
Yes, I can help you.
Well, can we get through here today?
I'm not supposed to let anybody through, but it's up to you if you guys go through.
Because we normally come through here on like weekends and
Well, you guys know that the road is closed.
yeah,
If anything
we
happens to you guys, it's on you guys' call. We cannot take responsibility.
no, I hear you. But
You
is
guys
there
know the road. You guys know what's up there. You guys been going up and down, so you guys know what you guys are dealing with.
is there active construction right now?
Yes, that's the reason why nobody's allowed to go in there. Nobody, meaning you guys.
Right.
It's an emergency vehicle. It's unsafe for people to go through, but you guys are doing what you guys want to do. It's up to you guys.
But is it the kind of, I mean, we got to be realistic. Is it the kind of construction that they're closed that single lane?
Well, you saw the road.
Yeah, oh, we've been there.
So you already know.
Yeah.
So there's not much I can say.
But if they're actually digging on that section of the road, obviously we can't. What's the point, right?
As for right now, from me, from this side,
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what's being done there at the moment.
I got you.
So I have no idea what's going on back
Okay.
there. So I can't speak.
I hear.
what's going on.
We'll wing it and come back if it.
That's your call. If you guys get hurt, it's on you guys. You guys know that.
I appreciate it.
Then I can say go ahead. I'm not gonna give you guys.
I totally get you.
It's closed.
Right.
You know?
You see any hikers today?
No, not at all. I seen some that were parked right here, and they went up there, but then they came down and they're there. But that's it.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
And you guys, man, I'm not holding any responsibility on myself or the company.
I totally hear you.
And you guys.
All right. Let's see what the conditions are like. Well, we made it. But it is going to depend. It's going to depend on the if they're really doing active construction there, we might get stopped. So we'll see.
Marty, I didn't hear the conversation.
I recorded it. Basically, he's just saying he's not a government employee. He's a construction,
Yeah.
and you know, we're taking the risk.
Okay.
Something happens and blah blah blah,
Okay.
and you know, but
There's
he's
nothing special happening?
well, yeah, they're doing construction like they always are, but
Okay.
like 80% of the time when I'm up here, there's no construction going on.
Oh,
But I have been here when there is bulldozers moving and stuff's going on, right?
okay.
So the fact that he's there, I think they're actively doing stuff.
All right.
So
And evaluate as we get to it.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well this was the second section of construction, nothing here, so we are good.
What was the big deal if that's all that was going on? Nothing.
Well, I don't think he knows what they're actually doing here,
Okay.
but they potentially could be, right?
Yeah.
So they're just paying him to keep people out. I don't know.
Because there's no people here.
But again, I have been here where there's heavy equipment working.
Oh.
This has been closed for, this is the second year this road's been closed.
Oh.
Normally this is open.
Huh.
And by the way,
What?
cars will come down here even if it's closed, work cars, so
Okay.
watch the blind corners.
I will watch it.
Still last remnants of snow from the winter, and it's July 15th. we are exiting this section of closed road. So we just got through about roughly 15 miles. And here we have to lay the wheels on their side to go through.
This one goes around, but it's a sketchier one.
It's sketchy. You gonna? Okay.
Probably handle nervous.
You hold my camera, or it's filming.
I see. I am now in control of Marty's cinematography.
To demonstrate how your wheel. This is where he's gonna get the L kind of dirty.
Oh, we're gonna slide it?
Yeah, because you go that way, it might tumble down.
Yeah, we don't want wheels tumbling, especially brand new wheels. I've never seen Marty do this before. That's cool. It's gonna shove and pull, huh?
Don't worry about it.
I guess I'm doing the same thing. Good job, Marty.
And that's how it's done. Thank you. Now let's watch Duffy dirty up the wheel.
He has the camera.
Want me to hold your cone? This is a souvenir Duff is taking home, I guess.
Yes. Duff is very excited by that.
I know, when did you pick that up?
I stopped and picked it out of the side of the road. Marty thought I ran off the edge.
That's the best thing you could come up with
Yeah,
from California?
so far. Okay, yeah.
Thank you. You can walk over it.
I know.
Wheel is sketchy,
going
you
low.
can walk.
Duff takes the low
Get my
road.
workout in.
Oh, that's great. I haven't done that yet. I don't know. That was good.
Worked out good.
I wonder if we'll be able to see this is the fire that's happening up.
Oh, it's all
This
dirty.
side?
It's on the
I know.
back side of Mount Baldy, so we might see.
Is it still burning?
Oh yeah, it's closed still.
Got some,
It was like 60%.
Yeah, they closed part of the Pacific Crest Trail over there.
Yeah, so we might be able to see.
Oh, so there's no construction at all.
No, it's that two sections.
I feel it's a section that's been broken down like forever.
I know, but I have seen construction there.
Yeah, but like what are they doing? It's still not fixed. It's been a long time.
Government money.
If they didn't do it at all, I understand it's still there. But they were actually doing something. But
Did you notice the sign that says "Will be finished in 2025"? So they got time.
2025, it's gonna be 2026.
Yeah. We made it, Tim.
Yeah,
Ice cream.
all right.
So there's a large forest fire in that region on the backside of Mount Baldy, which I know means nothing to most of you, but a large section has been closed off because they're still fighting it. So I wonder if we'll be able to see smoke anyway. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I'm not seeing anything. So it must be smaller than I was given to think it was. I would have thought we'd be seeing some smoke off in that area. We're just a couple miles from Grassy Hollow, where we can charge, eat, relax, have ice cream, drinks. And then we're going to be able to ride faster on the way down, probably 30 to 35 miles an hour anyway, for much of the ride back. have arrived at Grassy Hollow uneventfully. Very pleasant rest stop. And it's a Monday, very few people up here. I got it. Stuff here, okay.
These the ones over here?
Yeah, once you on that side, Duff and I will split this
What do you charge at here?
area. What's that?
What do you charge at? What rate normally?
Depends, but since two of us will be 7 amps each, I think. Figure.
Should we do a
Thereabouts.
battery check since we are here?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. What's your voltage?
$131.3. Still showing 4 bars on the
And
battery display.
for the record, mine is 118.8 for the Master Pro. And let's see what Tim is. Tim,
Yeah.
what's your voltage?
115.
115.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Thanks. And of course, Duff is going to use the Roger charger.
Of course.
Have you been using that actually for the whole, or have you been using the stock charger
For what? At home?
for the links on your?
Oh,
You've been
no.
riding the links. Have you been using that
Yeah.
charger or?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, I like to be able to have variable amps. I use it at home too. I just charge it a lower rate. I only fast charge if I have to. I usually don't have to. So.
You agree that's not the ideal?
No,
I mean, it's a.
definitely not ideal.
And then like Duff is not leaning it how it should be leaned because he's scratching up the front.
Well, how do you lean it?
The kickstand. You're leaning on
Oh, well, to hook it up, I'll slide it back when I am.
because he's scratching up the front, which is not supposed to be happening.
It's magnesium on wood. It'll be fine. This is the way I charge
This is
too, by the way.
this is why I don't loan Duff my wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
He scratches them up.
Did you measure my pine cone? How nice it is?
I'm not sure if I had the impression something else was hitting the ground when you did what you're doing right now, but like the light, but maybe not.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's on the handle probably.
But what I do, since I don't like to do what Duff is doing, I put it on here, and it's a real pain in the butt to get your
Yes.
hand up there to connect everything.
I try to avoid pains in the butt, Marty.
This is very exciting, but I just wanted to
We're
show.
filming this?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Okay, well, hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess. All right, so we're still at 151 volts. It's already set to 7 amps, so
Okay.
I can just plug it in. And we will adjust the angle so
So it
Marty
doesn't.
does not get upset.
Yeah.
And we'll try to adjust the angle.
Can you manage it, Duff?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where. I think maybe it's hitting here. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
not meant. I think
Mhm.
generally,
Yeah.
particularly if you're in cement or something like that.
Right. All right, we are charging. Beautiful.
So we've been just about 44 miles. So what do you think about the ride?
It's good.
Generally.
I mean it feels right at home with all the other veteran wheels. It feels very similar.
I keep having to remind Duff. Right, I need to phrase it. My question is different. How is? What are you thinking of the mountain ride? The scenery and all the.
It's good. It's good. It's different. It's definitely different than balding.
Yeah.
No, I'm enjoying it. It's cool, and I'm very happy to be high enough that it's cooler out too.
Yeah, it's really
It's
nice
very
right now.
warm, and I have pine cone sap on my fingers.
And now back to the wheel though. So the wheel.
The wheel, yes.
So the wheel, you're liking it basically.
The wheel forms great. You know, when I stopped to get my pine cone, you got far ahead, so I got
Yeah.
to go faster,
Okay.
and felt very stable at speed. I mean,
No sense
it's
of
confidence inspiring. I would say.
wobbling or anything like braking. Brakes nice and
It feels good.
stable.
Yeah, it feels really good.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad you got to. You're gonna get 90 miles on it. It's a
So
good-
if we got 44
good
miles, so
place.
this could be, well, it wouldn't be a 90-mile wheel on a flat surface, obviously.
Well, if you go slow now.
Slow
yeah.
enough.
Now I totally feel confident because I told you how with little battery it's going to be used for a lot of the ride back. We don't need to charge. We could get back
just be
for
safe.
sure. So it could definitely do this ride 90 miles at 25 to 30 miles an hour, those speeds kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll be able to ride faster now.
So like, what is the battery indicator on your Master Pro at? I know the voltage, but like, are you around halfway on
I'm
Master Pro? Or?
3 bars out of 5.
Okay.
I'm about 60% battery.
Okay. Makes sense.
All right, we are going to take a break, see if Duff actually does get ice cream. I don't know if
I
he's
will.
going to, but he doesn't have to. But he says he's
Never experienced ice cream up here.
he says he's lactose intolerant. You know.
This trip has been all about new experiences, Marty. You haven't noticed.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks. All charged up, energized, rested, got food, and I'm not sure how long we were here. Maybe an hour. I don't know. A couple of guys left a little earlier because they need to get back before us. They'll be riding back faster, but they should be riding in the 30s for a lot of the ride going back down, so it'll be a bit funner.
do something crazy. Definitely like this tire.
Yeah, I thought it was nice too.
Nice.
Back on the road, and definitely riding faster now on the way down, 30 to 35, which is fun on these curvy roads, closed. Only thing you have to worry about is random rocks sliding down onto the road, but they're pretty easy to see. We are out of all the closed sections of the mountains now, and from here on back to the cars, open roads. But again, very little traffic on a Monday, and it's really hot now down here. We're lower. Well, I guess we're about 5,000 feet now, about 3,000 lower than where we were for lunch and everything. And with the sun later in the afternoon, it just feels hot. So anyway, not many people out. Next stop will be Cogswell Dam. Take a little break. Check the voltage. I think Duff said the L was at 150 142 volts, I think. So we'll see what it is at that point, because it's been a lot of regen. It'll probably still be fairly high, even after, you know, about 30 miles of riding like this. Back to Cogswell Dam, take a break. Probably only have 15 miles now to get back to the cars.
What are those called?
Electric unicycle.
Electric unicycle? Okay. Hard to balance out there? Or?
There's a pretty steep learning curve, but once you get it, it's
So how's your voltage? Curious. I think you said it was 142.
I don't know, man. 142
the
like it's kind of
Something like that.
not at all. Not in the least.
137. Well, maybe not for you guys, but
For 30 minutes or 30 miles of riding. So
pretty good.
I mean, it's still
We lost 1 bar.
1 bar, 30 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to call it.
And we rode a pretty good clip.
Yeah, that was good.
A lot of it.
That's why we're geared up.
Crazy.
Time to take a break for a little bit. And it's hot.
Yes, it is.
Man, it's like riding into a hairdryer. We're out of the mountains now, and probably just a couple miles from the cars, and that'll be a wrap. Fun day. Definitely cooler up at elevation though. Back to the cars. Although I always enjoy the rides, there's no doubt it's nice to get back. And yeah, I'll throw up the miles, but it should be something like 75 or 90 miles, I think.
Survive, Marty, survive.
Well, Duff was starting to get a little tired towards the end, but your first 90-mile ride.
Yeah, well, my previous longest was like 70, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new record, PR.
And when there's the previous ride, the one we did a couple days ago?
Yeah, I've done 70s
Or
before
70s,
in Florida,
yeah.
but yeah.
Okay.
So I guess 132.6 volts, Marty.
Cool. And what, yeah, it's down 3 bars maybe?
Yeah, 3 bars down.
Yeah. Of course we charge, so it's not like this was a range test.
Right.
But I think it did good compared to the EX30. I'll have to when I review the video and put up the percentages, I guess we'll see a little better.
Yep.
But you like it, I guess? It's a winner, more or less.
No, I mean the only negatives I experienced was the lockout in the trolley handle, and the 70-pound spring is stiffer than I would probably want for my wheel. Because I noticed the difference just because my veteran wheels, my Sherman S and my Patent both have lighter springs.
Which is, yeah, which is fascinating, right? Because everyone was supposed to have the heavyweight spring for us.
Right.
Yet I'm kind of with you. I think
the kind of riding I do, softer is better.
I think I would have preferred maybe the 66 or the
62.
middle 62, the middle one. But
yep. But yeah, those are really the only 2 negatives I have. So I think what everyone wants to know is like, is this a faster, more powerful Sherman S, or is this a long-range Lynx? And I think it's a little both, really. It really is.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you definitely feel the weight. You know, it's 12 pounds heavier, so I think a Lynx would probably be better off-road still. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting when you guys take it to places like I just drew a blank.
Fullerton?
To Fullerton.
Yeah, like
and see how.
I wouldn't personally ride that at Fullerton because it's too big for me to do. But for Roger, yeah.
Yeah. Roger,
He'll test it.
Yeah.
And then we'll get maybe Roger and Don to do a high-speed Mount Baldy type riding.
I'm curious what kind of speed they can get on it.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, it was super comfortable. On the way back, we went faster. I think we probably got up in the upper 30s.
Yeah.
Maybe at the top end.
Yeah.
It was rock solid. Really, really comfortable. Pedals, surprisingly, my feet survived. You know, I thought that could be a real problem, but my feet are okay. Although aftermarket pedals usually are universally seen as better, but these aren't terrible.
No, I mean, it's just when you need grip, they're not.
Right, yeah. If you want a lot of grip, these aren't, because they're rounded off nubs, basically. But as far as like the angle of the pedals and everything and the size, they've worked okay for my feet. Yeah, well, it's my thumbs up, my stamp of approval. I'll probably get one at some point.
Thanks for being the first rider of the wheel. He broke it in. Now at least I know it won't cut out on me.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. I don't know that much about this wheel.
Yeah, Duff was my test dummy. So now
one of these guinea pig wheels, it just happens to have a problem. You know?
Yeah.
No, it was all good. It felt very veteran-esque. You know, everything. It felt familiar in all the good ways. So.
Well, Duff, thanks for riding, and
you're welcome.
This is the only video I shot during Duff's visit, but we had a lot of good riding together.
You can look at my videos when I get them up.
Yeah.
Sometime this week.
So it was a fun visit. Thanks for coming by.
And Marty fell. I didn't fall today. This is the first ride I did not fall or crash.
I didn't fall.
So this is a first. This is ending on a high note. No falls today.
I did fall.
Not touch the ground.
I wasn't on the wheel, but I was pushing my my Master Pro up a very gravelly, loose hill and slipped and fell, and I got a golf ball bruise on my. Yeah, it's feeling really big right now.
Insert the picture of the bruise while you're editing.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hope you found this video useful, entertaining, and
Absolutely.
until next time, safe riding.
Tough man out.